It's me, Clarissa, here on Clarissa Says. Clarissa says it all, and that is how she feels. So, with that being said, I'm just gonna do a quick video just because I haven't really touched any topics since this whole Stephens Hoax situation, which is something that is totally fake. Now, with that being said, there were a lot of reasons why they did this video. They did this because of the World War III that's happening. Well, to be truthful, World War II never ended. They just made it into a silent war. If you guys, I guess pay attention to history and geographical. I always get that word messed up. History and geography, things of that nature, you will see that it became a silent war. Now what's going on, especially with the non-nuclear bomb being dropped last week or a week and a half ago, they are now, pronouncing back to being in combat. We have literally went from place to place to place, and we are now in North Korea. So we're just going basically every continent, every main location, basically, I guess not saying starting drama, I guess ending drama, creating drama, everything in itself. With that being said, this whole situation happened to distract us. And so this video today is going to be about the reasons why they are trying to distract us. And I know I probably said that, but I want to make sure I reiterate that just so therefore we are on the same page. Now, it's so many things going on. First, it was the election from Obama, which is a black president, to now Donald Trump, which is a Caucasian president. I don't want to say white or, fair skin. No, he's Caucasian. That's what they're classified as. Now, for all we know, he can definitely go into his background and check his history, and he can have African American black in him. With that being said, just so you guys are aware, we are all originated from Africa. I mean, Africa is the motherland, and then people migrated, and then you have the people that they're creating in caves, which goes back to the story of Cain and Abel, things of that nature. If you see in the Bible, there are people already here on earth because they had to have wives. Cain and Abel had wives. I don't know if you guys realized that or really took that into your mind, but they had wives, so they had to have people that were here before that were apparently around their age to have other kids with. Just with that being said, I'm not going to go on that topic today, but that's a good point. Guys, if you don't believe me, look it up in first book of Genesis. You would see that they had wives and that there was people here before Cain and Abel, I guess Adam and Eve lifestyle or how they were created. It's two creation stories in the Bible. Just do your research. Now, with that being said, one of the reasons that this is going on is to show black on black crime. I already stated that definitely they want to go ahead and distract us from World War III. So that's two reasons right there. Let's touch black on black crime. They show Robert Goodwin, and then they show Stephens, and Robert Goodwin, because when the story first came out, they didn't know if they wanted to call him Godwin or Goodwin. Just to put that in there. If you guys thought I was doing that by accident, no, I was on purpose. They didn't know they want to say Goodwin or Godwin, but it is Godwin because God wins. Now, with that being said, they wanted to show black on black crime. Personally, I feel as though both of those men were maybe Freemasons. They were in fraternities. I would be in a sorority. They were in fraternities, and there were homeless guys that used to be, they're appointed in these fraternities, and they needed money, and so they called into their big brothers and got associated with the government because Freemasons are associated to the government. And they chose these two people because they were homeless, and it would make sense for us to believe them because they were just random black people, African Americans. Now, with that being said, if you really look close to Stephens' attire in the videos, you would see that his shirt is basically blue, but it has all these like baby powder marks, like scratches, like white baby marks on his clothes, and then it looks kind of dingy. Even Robert Godwin, as you can see, is walking. He has basic attire, especially if you're coming back from church or Easter dinner. You're gonna look some form of accommodable to the situation. You're gonna dress to impress. You're gonna dress for the situation. And he was in normal clothes. Now, if you guys, think about this. Robert Godwin was walking home. If he had family, why was he walking? Because I'm pretty sure they quote unquote had cars, but they did choose a low income, family. So therefore, they had no money. Therefore, everything was associated to them from him not being able to be driven around in a car, because probably they didn't have a vehicle themselves. I don't know. I'm not talking ish. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to correlate what's going on. Now, with that being said, Robert Godwin was just walking on the streets and shuffling his feet. Shh, 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 shh. You hear it, and he's hearing Save-A-Lot bad. Like, he does come across as him being maybe a former homeless. That's just two reasons right there. Now, black on black crime, basically because they want to make us look bad as a society, as our race. Our race is low income. Most of us are low income people. Now, with that being said, doesn't mean that everybody doesn't have morals and don't actually live and not. But basically, that every single person that's black isn't a law-abiding person. We are law-abiding people, but we are low income because of society conformity that they put for us. We were here, African Americans, black people were brought here as slaves. Now, me personally, I do have Native American background ancestors in me, so they were actually a motherland. Here in America, Native Americans were here first. Just the fact we were here first. But black people were brought here to be slaves. So with that being said, we conform to the society that they set up for us to be low income kind of people, for us to be belligerent and animalistic, which is the way they want us to be. Now, we do carry ourselves in a professional and accepting manner. Every single person that's black isn't disrespectful. Every single person that is black isn't uneducated. Every single person that's black isn't ignorant. I said ignorant because they call us niggers. That's what ignorant means. Ignorant means nigger. If you look up the word nigger, you will see ignorant. That's basically what the term is. So we're not ignorant people. We are highly intelligent people. We have it in our bloods. We have it in our third eye, information that's already programmed in us, if we just have to tap into understand that. So what they want to do is show black people fighting each other and black people doing these crazy things to basically keep pushing my race down, keep pushing us down, making us look bad. And what we have to do, which they were doing, is stand up for ourselves. Back in the day, yes, there was segregation, was white and black, but we had our own shit, y'all. We had our own doctors, we had our own lawyers, we had everything. We had it all. We had our own neighborhoods, yeah, and they were not low income, dirty houses either. It was just our own section on the other side of the tracks, and it was nice as well. We, in the society, and the fact that we do not get the opportunities as other people, turned these neighborhoods into the hoods, because we couldn't afford to keep up with the way that the houses or the neighborhood needed to be upkept. Unlike the other neighborhoods, like the rich white people or the regular middle class white people, they had the government going in and cleaning up their yards and, doing certain things for them, whereas we had to sniff fence for ourselves. They had programs to go and help them fix their houses, or they even had, forget the programs, they had their background where their dad is a mayor, or your dad has worked for this company for however many years. He has so much money put in the trust fund, or put it into a savings account, or put into 401k plans, whereas we didn't have those opportunities. That's why we as a nation stood up and said, you know what, forget this. We need to get our own and do better for ourselves, which is what we did. And over time, they are now debunking the progress that Black Panthers, Martin Luther King, all these people, Malcolm X, put into place and try to help us, actually live. There's actually a town in New York, if you guys really want to look it up and do research that really shows how it was with the full African American, society that was flourishing with funds and currency. Flourishing. We have the power. We are here to enhance the society, but they don't want us to gain that power. I know that this is turning into like a black and white thing, but I want you to guys be aware I'm not doing a black and white thing. I'm just explaining this second topic, which is what I'm explaining once again, black on black crime. So with that being said, they wanted us to basically be against each other, because they know that if our race, black people, African American, the true Africans, if our race literally comes together, we will rule the world. And truthfully, there's a top 10%. The person at the top, I can promise you, is my skin color. They are melanated, and most likely than not, it is a she, not a he. But I'm not going there. But I'm promising you that person is melanated. To be black is just basically saying that you have melanin in your skin. There's nothing wrong with having melanin in your skin. There's even white people or Caucasian people that have freckles that are my color in their skin, because all it is melanin. You can't we can't, control melanin being in our skin. Melanin is from in the sky. The fact that the sky is dark at nighttime, when it's night, that's melanin. It's in us. We are connected. We are for this world. So what they're trying to do is debunk us and make us look bad, and as if we can't contribute to the society, whereas we really do want to. But it's so many years of conditioning and treatment that they have done to this race, that certain people like me have to stand up and say, hey, you guys, look at what they're showing. Look at how they want to do it. They make us feel, they made it so simple to go online on a live video and show a live killing, because it's so easy to do that in Chicago and no one did anything. Whereas if we do something wrong and there's a stop sign and they get bored and they stop us for any kind of reason, next thing you know, somehow you're getting shot. But that's live. They're able to find out all the details for that. What happens? Corin Gaines. The ladies, they stop her due to a tag. Next thing you know, they're now at her doorstep shooting her down and shit. Like, it's serious. Why are they doing that? Because she was talking too much. Now, with that being said, they do not want for you guys to understand this knowledge. It's time for us to wake up. Black on black crime is not okay. And the fact that they show it and they showed that situation, that's what it was. They weren't expecting people to care. One, not white people. That's just the first thing. They didn't expect white people to care. Black people is one thing, because they don't care about us. But when white people or Caucasian people jump in, they're like, oh, wait, this looks wrong. That's when it's like, okay, maybe we gotta do something different, because this didn't work, you guys. The plan didn't see through as we thought. No, it's not, because the universe and the world knows that there's people like myself, hi Clarissa, that are really good African American people, and those white people, Caucasian people, or just regular human beings, because I hate the fact we have to classify us as a race, which is something else that they put in place for us to freaking categorize and separate ourselves. Race is a separation, because there's one race and there's one true color, which is a human race, and there is no color, because all the colors are the same colors, just due to how much melanin you have in your skin. Just get it out there. But there's only one race. It's a human race. So the fact that they separate us is just another conformity and another psychological warfare that they put in place for us to be against each other. So the fact that the other race, which is the Caucasian, which is the race that basically is in control of America, is now outpouring and say, no, this don't look right, that just shows that this is 2017. This is a new time. It ain't racism anymore. Because back in the day, you know why? Back in the day, guess what happened? This used to be okay. They would do this kind of stuff, and people would think that it would be just a normal, news story. No, not anymore. It's 2017, and people are going to stand up for what is right. It doesn't matter if it's white people doing things, black people doing things, Puerto Rican people doing things, Chinese, Filipino people, Hawaiian people, Australian people. People are people, and we are now standing up for ourselves in the truth of knowledge that it's not going to work anymore as far as black and black crime goes. And the third thing that I noticed, basically, as to why I feel as though they're doing this, is because they want for us to hear a message. They threw out so many subliminals in there, so I think that in that video there's so many things that they're basically what's the good word? They're telling us showing us without actually telling us, because they're not telling us. They're saying the information, but they're not actually piecing the words together. Because what they do, they talk in riddles. That's why the Bible is in riddles. People take the Bible sometimes too literal, and some things you're supposed to take literal. But definitely they do show a lot of different things, and they're like 13 366 36360, his tag number, the Freemasons, the fact that he's calling someone, that person he's speaking to, that's the head honcho. I'm telling you, that's the big man. That's the one giving him that bread, making sure that he's doing exactly what they say for him to do. And then if you watch it, he said, so they said something to him, he was talking to them, then all of a sudden, once he got the phone, he shut his ass up because he was talking too much on the video. They made him shut up. Watch the video, you'll see. He literally is talking, he gets the phone, yo, bro. And that's another thing. We don't talk like that. Hey, bro. Yeah, bro. Man, bro. Oh, my God, bro. Yo, dog. Yo, dog. Yo, dog. This man so many times on that phone was like, yo, dog. What's up, dog? What you doing, dog? Dog. We don't say dog. We don't say dog. Bro, hi, man. What's up? Fifi. Day. Ray. Johnny. I mean, Big John, Little John, KC, KK, PP, PJ, BJ. I mean, not anymore. Kiki, KK. I mean, KC. I mean, you see, are you getting my point? We give names. We give like nicknames. We don't say, yo, what's up, dog? What's up, man? We don't do that. Like, this is 2017. Like, get with the times. Like, you guys should have known then and there that was fake, because no one speaks like that. Maybe back in the 90s, and even then, that's kind of like played. That shows you they're trying to control our mind. They're just doing things to make the society think of our race one kind of way. So they portray people to say dog. So because of that reason, that people say dog, they're gonna go in and say dog, and people say, oh my God, look what black people are doing. Yeah, but we don't speak like that. We definitely don't. I want for you guys to start to debunk the way that they are raised in society. I want for you guys to go ahead and start to actually see that a lot of people are actually educated, and you don't have to go to college to be educated, but that's how they used to do the standards, especially for black people. College used to be the standard as far as how smart you are. Basically a piece of paper that is printed from a printer. It's what they use to level our understanding and our intelligence, and that's just definitely not true. So with that being said, I gave you 3 reasons why, again, I think that they did this. The first one is to second one is to show black and black crime. The third one is to go ahead and sound a message, and then the first one is to distract us from World War III, because a war is going. World War III is going. It doesn't mean that it's not happening right now. It doesn't mean that it is going to happen right now. But I do know for a fact that World War III is going to happen. Also, if you guys have a moment, you should check out Florida Guidestones. I'll do a video on that, maybe my next video. But Florida Guidestones, the Georgia Guidestones. I apologize. The Georgia Guidestones also lists out 10 basically things that we have to follow, descriptions that they wrote and encrypted into stone like this, and they list out rules that we have to follow. There's 10 rules, and it's in the 7 major languages of the world, and you check it out, Georgia Guidestones. With that being said, this is in my video. I'm going to make a next video about Georgia Guidestones, so for you guys to go ahead and check out what I'm saying as far as the World War III. World War III would go ahead and depopularize the nation, and it's about to start. So you guys, it's best to know knowledge than to not know knowledge. And I do thank you for all your support, especially checking out the video that I originally made on Stephens Hoax. Please check out the video once again, and the other videos that I have on my lovely YouTube channel. With that being said, I did do a protein treatment, and here's my hair after the protein treatment. I made a video about that too last night. If you guys do not see it, that is fine. Go in there, check it out. If you do have natural styles, I do hair as well, and I do like that treatment. It is very good, and as you can see, my hair is nice and curly and washed and healthy, and I'm just, as always, a natural queen. Now, with that being said, please check out my other videos. Subscribe, like, share if you would like. Please do. And any comments, go ahead and do it below. It's been a pleasure speaking with you guys again. This is another video on the Stephens Hoax as to reasonings why they did it. And once again, World War III to distract us from that. Black on black crime to make it look as though black people were always fighting against each other and things of that nature, and to go ahead and send a message that they sent out to the world telling us that these things are going to happen and that the Illuminati and Freemasons are basically the ones that did this, and basically that God will always win. And again, they throw out numbers like 13 disciples, things of that nature. 13 people they killed, and actually was one person, and that one person is in on as well, and they were probably homeless people once again that needed money that went in Freemasonry circle. With that being said, I'm Clarissa. Peace out. Love you guys. Love always forever. Check out my page, Clarissa Says, KlarissasAys. Thank you guys so much, and taking care of my rambling. See you later.